about Want Me to Go. It's me, Lucas Wickham, your furry Ian Vtuber and Ian representative, and this is Slay the Princess. So, have you ever seen like the cover of a book or a trailer for a movie or a commercial for a TV show? Um, and like it just speaks to you, you know, like you don't know anything about it, but you see just like a little bit of it, and you're just like, I need to watch this or read this or play this. That's what this was for me. I was just scrolling through the discovery queue on Steam, and this showed up, and I was like, yes. I don't know what it is about it, but yes, this is exactly what I need to be playing. So, from what I understand, I have one job here, and that is to kill this princess. I must not believe her lies. This is Memento. Don't believe her lies. She will destroy the world according to the narrator, but she will do whatever she can to stop me from killing her, or to convince me to not kill her. But I must resist and do my duty as princess murderer, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, let's begin. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. When I've seen the princess as a mommy, if you know what I mean.
In the woods. And at the end of that path,
I think I do know what you mean.
and in the
She has
basement
birthed children.
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up. Killing a princess kind of someone else do it. Forget it. I'm not doing this. The end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put
That's not that problematic. Why can a princess locked away in a basement in the world? You don't tell me why she's dangerous. I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? If you made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I guess. How can a princess locked away in a basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Are you an unreliable narrator? This is gonna be a Stanley's Parable kind of thing. I don't know. Well, the unreliable narrator part, I think so, yes. Okay with ending the world. Consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
I appreciate the mental exercise. We are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Dude, please.
And before you
I've already been drinking a considerable amount of vodka. I don't have the mental capacity for this right now.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
That's useless. You consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
The princess does.
Maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those. right?
I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. She's as bad as you say she is, and maybe I'll slay her. I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. I guess some kind of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
You're not gonna tell me what it is? Can you tell me what my prize is? What my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret.
Stanley Parable mixed with Disco Elysium.
Just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
This does seem to be very similar to the Stanley Parable narrator. So let's get this over with. Thanks for telling me what to do. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
We'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
The world might be fucked then.
Sure. Go. Talk to her. See how it You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Voice of the hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Am I the hero? Is the hero with me?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I could just strangle her. Explore. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I don't know, I think I could strangle a woman.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Well, she is royalty, so...
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So you continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Why'd you even think that? Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Mommy. You sure she's not armed? Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Can she not?
Yes. Even as she lays there dying.
Oh, she can. She is perfectly capable of dying.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Not sure. I feel like she has some kind of trick up her sleeve. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
How dare you kill her? That's my job. I have one job apparently.
Why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Yeah, she's dead. Let's just get out of here. Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that?
Oh, god damn it.
You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
She's not dead!
Guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Game over, yeah!
Chapter 2, The Razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin,
Is this gonna keep going?
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. This whole thing's a crock of shit.
Voice of the cheated.
Nowhere and stab us again.
This is Disco Elysium.
Stab us. And you won't have to worry about that. Princess is unarmed.
No, she isn't.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said this whole thing would be easy. Not easy. Her heart, she just got up and started stabbing her. Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. No reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do it.
I think I am too. This is so much telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. She listened to you. How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung, Oh, what's the point of doing anything? You're making a rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Oh, I stabbed the princess and then she stabbed me back. Oh, what a nightmare.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Ugh, don't re-zero me on this.
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here. At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip. You'll save the world in no time at all.
Let's talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
Kill each other last time around. Gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. All she did last time around was stab me to death. There's someone like that in the world. Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement.
People.
I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
All she did last time around was stab me to death. We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at it.
If people locked her away, then why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the
I'm
only
special?
one capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh. You're special? Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? If anyone's special here, it's her. Last I checked, we can't get up from a knife in the chest.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. You didn't tell us about her knife last time, though. That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because it wasn't
That's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh no.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Okay.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
This time I'm gonna do it. I'm really gonna do it.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards.
This is different.
Splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
The world got kind of fucked. Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I can't want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
Care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to talk about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
This is weird.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I'm a lizard man, I know that.
But it was there a second ago. Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her earn for what she's done to us.
I'm not gonna get a new voice each time I die. Not that I'm gonna die this time, but I'm not preparing to die.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. You can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
A different
There
tactic.
is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Why is she only chained up with one chain? What happened to the other one that's just hanging there?
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come closer, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? And the knife is behind the other arm. Of course it is. Jesus, why are there so many dialogue options? Holy shit. Screw it. Just talk things through. I'm being so suspicious. Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't remember.
There you go again, talking to the past life experience that clearly didn't. Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying to her.
Rather suspicious denial.
Terrible spotting, lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that loop back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
If I come closer, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubt. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. That's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Ha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Now you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your inside.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Yes, she is! Then prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
I mean, that checks out.
But look at this. Hands. Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with.
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too. Look at how few crafting implements I have. It's practically zero.
What if you're just hiding in somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
I have to trust you be so suspicious right now. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we should both just let bygones be bygones.
I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
How many more times do you vaguely threaten her before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I have never been gaslit this hard by a game before. I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. If you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
What if if we're both honest with each other, I was sitting here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last night after coming back from being stabbed in the heart. What are you going to do if I let you out?
All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Please don't let her out of here. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
Can you just talk things through? Activities like stabbing or cutting or murdering?
Yes, I mean, I've never done any of those things, but there is something alluring about the sound of it. I think it would also be fun to do other activities like look at a bird or touch a tree.
This game is killing me right now. I might not survive until the end of the night.
Okay, now listen. I'm actually buying this. Listen. Yes, I would like to look at it. You can look at a bird later. If we look at a bird now, we wouldn't have to be here. He has a point. Just make a decision already.
What if we're both just honest with each other? I was sitting here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time with the clean back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance. At least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. Then she slices through her arm.
Well, shit.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. Use it you do. But unfortunately for you and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
She had a blade in her arm.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Game over, yeah!
Chapter 3, the arms race.
You're on a path in the woods. You're what? The
What?
interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Nobody. Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works.
What is happening right
The
now?
circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Hello, Hunted.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Oh.
Right, that's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take. Okay, sure. You take the blade. I finish telling you. It's difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually.
And what if we never do?
Don't be like that. I know things are hard right now, but we got to stay positive. If they're confident, then I'm confident. So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
It's a mirror.
It isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. It isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this.
She's compromised your skill set. I think I compromised my own skill set.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles.
Oh
into
my
the basement
God.
floor, and the form of the princess comes standing at a distance.
He's not even hiding anything behind her back this time.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just
How do we know that?
once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal big
She has 2 blades!
slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Why does she have 2 blades?
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
She's a cyber psycho with mantis blades. Going to Pewter Authority. Puff up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. I'm going to try flirting with her. She has swords for arms. We're panicking. And if I her, we're going to have a sip of a lip about her. She can't hurt us. We don't. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Let's think of something better. We're going to the Pewter Authority. Puff her up. I'm going to try flirting with her.
I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
Why not?
I'd rather not. It's not like she wants us anyway.
Alright, Broken.
Come on with it. Let's see where this goes.
Slay her in a different way. You want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are? This feels like I really get you. I like you romantically even. Maybe we can even hash this out over a date. You buy me dinner before impaling me to death. Give her the look.
Look. The look. We've all used it.
Yeah, do you not know about the look?
Even I know about the look.
Flash the princess the look.
rosy blush blushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Or not. At least she likes it. I've never been like before. Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between them, blades flashing. She skewers you. Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit?
Voice of the smitten.
She likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Your Honor? No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Probably.
We'll win her heart eventually. Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more than
Oh my god, it's exactly like Stanley Parable and Disco Elysium. That's exactly what it is. Holy shit.
Come on, show me something new.
Finding her, obviously. She is sort of less. Unless that was woman to have a stiff upper lip about it. I have a voice horny for the princess. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. Let's unalive! It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
You skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Voice of the contrarian.
A bit more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
Voice of the stubborn.
Skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Wait, how many times was that?
Game over. 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 Yeah.
Skewers you.
Game over. Yeah.
You see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Game over. Yeah.
We just stuck here?
Doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
What better nature? She has blades for arms.
Game over. Yeah.
None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you.
Game
The
over.
narrative
Yeah.
One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Game over. Yeah.
Chapter 4. Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if? Throw it out the window. Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. You've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about
What's
other
the
ways to die?
paranoid?
I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
I did not expect it to be like this.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only... Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
He's not even chained up.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
You're gonna say what she does? Do you want to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
It's a third blade.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin quickens, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her clattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
She's made of swords.
In its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! Absolutely divine. Yes, behold the perfect woman.
How am I supposed to stab this?
We can throw her out the window. That looked painful. How is she still alive? Still eating, that's all she
I think that's more than the third sword. Well, technically it is a third sword. This is the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit.
The perfect woman.
Narrator,
Empty your mind.
Just happened. It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this
I
seriously.
love this
for
one
once.
voice is still super horny for this creature. And now there's another thing. Oh, she has a heart. You're not acting yet. Through that inaction, your body moves on its own. Princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Her strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You and I get to see each other die. Something has taken her away, and has left something else in her place. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You have a lot of hands. You, the one that sent me to save the princess, the world's beyond this place. Are you the princess? Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What are you?
Solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
A lizard, I think? What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Am I made of swords too? I don't think so.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I thought you were solitary lights in an empty city. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Were you always the princess? Or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Maybe? What happens now?
As we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The rest will find their own way home.
What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Game over, yeah!
Bring the razor forward to
You're
her.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
The real Slay the Princess starts
and in the
here.
basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. I didn't realize how accurate the comparison to Stanley Parable was going to be. But that turns out it's exactly what it is. This is exactly Stanley Parable. But it's far, far more upsetting. So yeah, we're gonna continue with this tomorrow. According to that achievement, the real Slay the Princess starts now. So yeah, so I guess we'll really begin the game. Why does every visual novel have this exact same pause screen? Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. This is going to be the real end of our stream tonight, as I play this bed we made before this, but you don't need to know that. But yeah, so thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Please follow if you haven't already, so you do not miss out on all this awesome content. And until next time, Ja Mata. Bye bye. What the fuck?